looky here what we got. Yep. This is an 18 horsepower DuroMax 440cc engine. It's going to go on that little go-kart. I ordered a new carburetor kit, jet kit, muffler, so all of this stuff's got to come off. And so we're going to get rid of all this stuff, most of it, make the engine a lot smaller, make it fit on the go-kart easier, because this stuff will hit the frame. That'll just put the air cleaner out here, that'll put the muffler out here, we'll have plenty of room. So let's get started on that in just a minute. Alrighty, so let's get started on this. I'm not going to do anything I can't reverse, I don't think. Alright, we got to get that off. It goes all the way down through the air cleaner and into the bottom. It's like a job for Mr. Pliers. Knock the engine on the floor. Alright. Well, that guy's going to come off when the air cleaner goes. Oh, it goes down through. Okay, so we'll take the hose clamp off this. Alright. The wing nut in here. Well, I got a breather kit coming, so that's disconnected. That's disconnected. Looks like it's all three, except for those two 10mm nuts. I haven't got my new carburetor kit yet, but it will be here. I can only turn this a smidge at a time. There we go. Not sure if I still need those nuts, so I'm going to save them, of course. And this should allow air cleaner. Oh, there's one more screw over here. Alright. One step at a time. Another wing nut. That is a nice air cleaner. Very nice air filter. Alright. Oops. That. I hate it when parts fly off. I guess that was just a little chunk of scrap. Alright. Another wing nut. Another 10mm. Goes in the box. Hey, look at all the room we made. Alright. I'm obviously going to put these in a nice safe place. Put them on the shelf right now. The breather is going to need a hose on it when the time comes. For positive crankcase ventilation. Choke on, choke on, choke off, wax on, wax off. I'm gonna have to change the jet in this carb. There's my fuel line. Are we following along here good? Alright, so as I said, we're gonna have to pull the bowl off the carb, change the jet when that comes. We're gonna have to fiddle with, and that throttle is tight. Well, we're going to just disconnect this arm from the governor for right now. We're going to leave it there. We're just not going to use it. We're probably going to do what I did on the go-kart engine. Is I'll drill a hole out here and put it, actually there's a little hole right there. I got to loosen that nut up just a little bit. See, now she returns. So the throttle's going to pull. To make that open. Actually, yeah, it's going to pull, open, close, open, close. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with this to change the throttle linkage. It's going to take a little finagling. Alright, well, about the only other thing left in here I can do. Sorry. I need to get the muffler off. That's coming off too. Let's see what size nuts have we got here. That seems to be the right size. Let me get my driver. Alright, let's see what we got. Well, that was easy. And that mess is gone. Look at the size of that thing. And the weight. We're losing a little weight as we go. Alright, I'm going to keep that guy right there. I'm going to put these nuts and lock washers back on here. So this guy is stripped down as far as I can. I'm doing it right now. I guess I could fiddle with the throttle. This thing is going to be a beast. I got a header that just comes straight out like this. Straight out the back. The air cleaner adapter is going to be over here. And then I think I'm going to try to either turn it up or turn it around back here so it's out of the way of the mud coming off from the tires. That would be my goal. So I'll put the air cleaner on the back of the engine. What else can I do? I'm going to pull this oil collector thing off right now. All right. And that, right now I'm just going to leave. Don't seem to hurt nothing. Just one less thing to be in the way. I need this shield on the bottom to direct the airflow from the cooling. So we're going to leave that on there. As I said, I don't have my jet kit yet. Okay. Looks like I can move that tank anywhere I wanted to. Yeah, I would really like to disconnect the governor, but I don't know if I'm going to exactly do it right now. I need to get that. They didn't send them. Maybe they did. There's another little bag. There's another little bag with this. Here we go again. Parts. Where did I put my parts? Parts is parts. Well, there's a keyway. There's keys. I don't see nothing to do with the throttle linkage. So we're going to have to devise some sort of clamps or buy some for those. There's one right there. Off from the one I cut off from the little Predator. See my little cable clamp? That's what I need to put up here so the throttle will pull when I hit the gas. It's got a heavy spring on it. I guess it's a good thing I got a strong gas pedal foot, huh? Let's see if that fits up in there. Well, this one has a captive nut too. This sure looks like the same thing. Well, looky there. Okay, so I got a cable clamp for that. It pulls the wrong direction. I need something that pulls this way when I go throttle wise. So how am I going to rig that? Pulls this way. That's going to take some figuring because the butterfly opens in the opposite direction to the throttle. I'm thinking I can just loosen up the clamp on the governor so that it just spins on the governor shaft. I guess we could pull that gas tank off in there and see what we got. That's only got a few nuts on it. I might actually pop this gas tank up on the frame anyway. My next curiosity is to see how this thing is going to fit down in my little engine hole over here. So let's experiment. I need to find a couple small blocks of 2x work or something like that there. Hold on. Well, the beast looks like it's going to fit in the hole. I actually could move it forward that much more. Looks like it lines up over the sprocket pretty good. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do for the air cleaner. I can't stick it out right here because the tire's going to throw mud all over it. I've seen guys come out, put a couple of 90s, put the air cleaner back here, which is probably what I'll do. Or even a flex hose. Put on a flex hose and tie it off somewhere. Okay, well she's going to fit. Just going to be a tight fit. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to drop you guys down here so you get a little bit better angle. Put that output shaft. And I got my new open box. This was an open box kit. So I got a 40 series torque Q converter here. He's gonna have to fit that's going to be a pain. Oh, I'm hitting wood. Alright. Let's move this guy out here where I can see. Got a good view of my back, guys. Alright. I just want to see if this will clear the oil filters and stuff. Oh, she just clears the head. It just clears everything. Perfect. So, there's the mountain holes. I'm either going to have to be up there, which is that's probably going to have to be it right there, yep. The middle holes, I think. Let me get some bolts. I hope they sent the bolts. They sent that great big tub of a cover. And there's the actual driven clutch. Drive belt. Bag of bolts. Bolts, bolts, bolts everywhere. I guess that's about it. I should have 4 mounting bolts. I got a shitload of big washers. Not exactly sure what those are for. There's the cover screws. There's the 4 mounting bolts. Alright, what size are these guys? Or whatever that is. You still recording? I can't remember if I turned you off. Okay. This might get awkward because you're looking at my back. I know. I want this guy right up there. Pretty sure that's where I want it to be. So I'll try to get one bolt started. This thing is heavy. Oh my god, look at the plate this thing is made out of. Maybe I should try for the front one first. I bet you those are the wrong kind of bolts. Let me check these before I even try to put them in there. Because that wouldn't be good, would it? They kind of look like the right ones. Oh, these look way too fat. This, I don't know, guys. Okay, I'm going to try to find the right bolts. I still can't figure out what kind of threads these are. These are English fine thread there, I think, because they have the 3 marks. So these are English bolts. Everything else on this has been metric, so I'm guessing those are 8mm. They look like standard threads though, so I'm just going to have to go get some. And these look like 1.5 inches. So that screws me up for right now. Let me check the depth of these holes. Oh yeah, that's over 1 inch. That plate's thick, so those are 3 centimeters long. Or 1.25 inches, depending on how you look at it. I wish I had an 8mm bolt. I can test this out on. I'm just trying to find something on the engine that I can try without taking out of the engine somewhere. Well, we got to work on this. Well, I placed an order to Go Power Sports for the new shocks. New bearings for the wheels on the front spindles. Luckily, they were just sleeve bearings. And then they were shimmed to 5/8. So I found 5/8 sealed bearings by 1 3/8, which that's what these is. I ordered those at Go Power Sports. So these front wheels will now, actually they're not bad looking tires at all for a steering tire. And they're high, so they keep the ground clearance on this cart high too. So they ought to be pretty good. I fiddled around with the throttle linkage. Right now, oh boy, she's gotta go forward a little bit here. She's a little, I fiddled around with the throttle, as I was starting to say. This didn't come with these little cable turrets, but I actually had an extra one on the mini bike. So there's a C-clip that holds this little sucker into the bottom. So it was a little bit of a fiddling around with that to get that apart. But I got that in there, got this loosened up. I probably will put a second spring on this to help make sure that it returns. Got it set in place, and I got the clutch temporarily stuck on there like so. And that's where we're at right now. My parts from Go Power Sports will be here in a couple of days. I did throw, I'm going to throw one of these tires on the front just to make sure it has a little weight up here. I don't want that tipping over in the middle of the night and ruining my engine. I got to figure out where I'm going to mount the battery on this thing. Oh, and I had a great idea on how to make fenders for this. It might sound hokey at first. But you see the shape of that blue plastic barrel? Got a lot of geese out there. If I were to cut this in half and cut it to the right width, these would make the flat side against the body and the curved part here, and I could slant them a little bit forward like so, paint them black. They'd make fenders that wouldn't dent. I just got to make brackets. I think that sounds pretty cool. I got to look into that. I mean, I'm not out anything if I experiment with it and I don't like it, right? Right. So I'd need a bracket welded out here and a bracket welded out here and bolt through them. And that would just do it right there. On the front, I saw guys that were actually welding brackets for the front fender from this bar, which needs to be reinforced. I see it's all twisted. We'll put another piece of metal right on top of that to stiffen it. Make sure it's not breaking. And come up and then T whatever Y's with little branches, and I think I might just take strips of that blue plastic, paint it black, and just put it right over each tire. Then it'll turn with the wheel. So that's just an idea. We'll work on a little bit. But I love that monster motor. I got to figure out again where my battery's going to go. I might have to make a tray somewhere. I was thinking maybe it would end up here where the thing is, but I got to run along battery cables then. Up here where this steering is going to be. I could put it right up there on the nose on that plate. Maybe put a piece of sheet metal in front of it. I don't know, I'll figure out where to put it. Once I get the motor guaranteed where that's going to mount, then I'll figure it out maybe. If I get that fender in here, I might be able to mount the battery box right up here. Mount it right off in here somehow. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. I got another coat of stain on the other side of the table. So now we're going to be back to staining and flipping here, so pretty soon this will be out of the shop and I can continue here. I'll get this stuff cleaned up and I'll clean out more room, and it's getting better weather so I can put some stuff outside. Alright guys.